everybody. I had sent out a document to everyone, and it's on Canvas as well as email at work. Did everybody have some time to overview that?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to open this up to anybody, and I don't know if you got, I put it on Canvas. Okay, perfect. With put into that situation, did anyone have any sort of answer that they'd like to share with everyone as to how they would get all those items in the most time efficient, cost efficient manner? And I did throw a little bit of a variable in there being you'll be able to donate a portion of it, but you sound like you want to volunteer.
Sure. I went online first once I was at work and I got it, but I guess I would do this too. Is I went online and I went to Target, Walmart, and Amazon and checked prices on those three places.
Okay.
Target and Walmart are actually cheaper than Amazon.
Okay.
And if I went to Target and Walmart, I could come in under $60.
Okay. And
But I
did
didn't
you
drive
check
it.
shipping?
No, because I was going to drive to those two stores.
Okay.
But I didn't check shipping on Amazon.
Okay, perfect. All right, so this is basically something that, I mean, the baby part is not necessarily part of something I would be dealing with on a daily basis, but even the time you spend on just going between all those different websites, you could have just gone on Amazon.com and likely gotten everything within 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Everything would be perfectly fine. The main problem that I run into too often, and I'm assuming the other 5 of us here, is that we work full time. In addition to that, we take classes part-time, and I'm making a bold assumption here, we all do have social lives. So that combined, we don't always have time to do these necessary tasks or find certain items that we need to live off of. If we're working fairly often and going to school, the last thing you want to do before stopping home to eat dinner is stopping at Target to get toilet paper. Okay? So there's not one solution for this. It's not like a big fat Greek wedding where they use Windex on everything. Okay? We're not going to be able to stop just this problem with one addition, but there is something I consider just to be damage control, and that's going to be Amazon Prime. So there are a lot of benefits that we're going to be covering. As like I mentioned, this isn't one solution. There's not really a solution. We signed up for this to be working full time and be taking classes, and that's really going to differentiate ourselves amongst our peers once it's all said and done. And we're able to put some letters next to our name. So the main problem, like I had mentioned, is we're working at least 40 hours a week. Raise your hand if you're not working 40 hours a week. Okay. And we're taking at least 3 hours of class, not to mention the work associated with the classes and our social lives. So there was a professor, Daniel Haschersham, who's actually a professor at Texas, and he got his PhD at Yale. And he looked at all the different countries and the hours associated with full-time employees. You can see the average employee within the United States works 34.4 hours a week. We've already established we work over 40 hours, so we're well above that. Not to mention, like I said, we're taking classes and we hopefully do have social lives. That combined shows that that's the real problem at hand, and it's just a matter of being able to manage our time. Everybody in this class is eligible, if you haven't already exhausted it, for 6 months free of Amazon Prime. Okay? We're using your college email. You're going to get the first 6 months for free, and then you're going to get a discounted price moving forward. Because I've been a member of Amazon Prime for the past 2 years, and even looking through my order history, having 13 orders in the past 30 days, I feel that I've had a great experience with this service most recently, and everybody in this class can benefit from it moving forward as well. So what we're going to be covering really is the solution, and the benefits of the solution really being you get free 2-day shipping, there are sharing capabilities, there's a very flexible return policy that I've used fairly often. I have some stories to go along with that. There's Amazon Fresh, which is a new service they recently rolled out. There's video streaming, and a couple of new features called Amazon Elements and Amazon Smile. As I've thrown into the introduction or a question that I had for you, Amazon Smile is something that's very new, and if you weren't able to catch on to that, we'll touch upon that briefly. So I'm clearly not the only one using Amazon Prime and utilizing this free shipping. Over the holiday season this past year, according to the Investors Business Daily, there was actually $2 billion saved just during the holiday season this past year. And just this year alone, 100 million more items were purchased. And there was a 2011 study done in Time magazine, and within that it showed that the average Prime member was utilizing about $90 worth of the service. So $55 was going towards shipping, and $35 was going towards streaming. At that point in time, the pricing was $79 a year. Okay, they then moved everything up moved the pricing up to $99 a year. But everybody in this room is actually able to get the service at $79. That's for either 4 years or graduation. So that is going to be a benefit. And like I said, it's only going to be 6 months that you have to at least try it. It's not going to cost you a penny, and that's just a starting point. In addition to that, if you enroll personally, then you can share this service with up to 4 family members. So what I mean by that is you're making money, or you're saving money just by being the average person. If it costs $79, personally, I share the account with my sister, so that knocks my price down to $40. So if you're able to share it with anybody in your family, that's only going to save you money, and really just be able to share the benefits with other family members. And just a 30-second video.
$299 a year for an Amazon Prime membership. You get free two-day shipping on a bunch of items and some free streaming TV and movies. But did you know you can share your Prime membership with up to 4 family members? Head over to Amazon.com, log in, and under your account, choose Manage Prime Membership under More Order Actions. And then down at the bottom, invite a household member. Put in the person's name, relationship to you, email, and the birthday. The catch is that those free members only get the shipping benefits. They don't get the free streaming TV and movies, but they still owe you. Don't you forget that? Don't you let them forget that? We just want to be.
Sorry, 1 second. Okay, another major benefit, and I understand, who here shops online? Okay. For others that perhaps are not even comfortable doing this, one major concern may be return policy. As in, I don't like to buy certain clothes online. Perhaps I like to try them on. But with Amazon, there's really a very flexible policy to the point where anything within 30 days, you are able to return it. I've had issues where I bought 2 items at once, and one was much smaller than the other, and I thought the smaller item never arrived. All you have to do is go onto Amazon's website, and you put your phone number in, and they call you. So you don't even have to sit on hold like perhaps you would with Comcast or one of those companies that people perhaps don't look forward to calling. At later points, I've actually found I've got both items. That's off the record. But either way, it is very flexible. There's no questions asked, and it makes it very easy to either get a return or to return an item or to get your money back. Amazon Fresh is a new service that was rolled out where maybe certain items like toilet paper, paper towels, razors, everything along those lines are not ideal, or they're not that beneficial for you to be getting. You can also get your groceries. So they recently rolled this out in major cities such as New York, Philadelphia, and Seattle, as Amazon is based out of Seattle. And as long as you place the order before 10 a.m., you'll end up receiving your groceries before 10 p.m. As they are trying to compete with Netflix, I'm sure you are all aware how, I think a major piece as to how Netflix came about or really got their name out there is from Orange is the New Black. They won a lot of awards for that. Well, they were most recently recognized, Amazon was, on the Golden Globes for the show Transparent. So that's another major sort of selling point or major service that you are provided with that. When the consumables vice president of Amazon, Sonny Jain, was asked his customers what's most important to you and what can we do moving forward, he had created the product called Amazon Element. And this really centers around 2 main pieces, being premium products and access to information. People want to know what they're buying, what it's made of, and where it came from. That's essentially what Amazon Element does. And what they did, they made a lot of mergers and acquisitions, and the major one was diapers and baby wipes. So as I do share an account with my sister, who else is benefiting from this? This is my niece. So most recently, she's actually sick right now. So she's been using the service to get the items, and I did see in my email she bought her a teddy bear. So hopefully this will bring her back to good health. And finally here, the kicker to that introduction that I had put on there, if you're able to take all the items that you wanted to purchase, but also donate, what Amazon Smile does, it does donate a small portion of your purchase to a charity of your choice. So every time I purchase, a portion goes to St. Jude Hospital. And that's eligible for tens of millions of products, and there's actually up to 1 million charities. In conclusion, these are all items that we need to live off of. So rather than going to the store, why not have these on your doorstep? For each person in this room, it's only going to cost $79 for the year. But the first 6 months, if you don't already utilize it, it's not going to cost you anything. You can always cancel it at that point. And they have been raising the price recently, but it doesn't really affect us given we get the discount. You are getting more for that discount, or for that membership. And ultimately, you can contribute to a good cause. I should wrap everything up here. And do you have any questions?